presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome. Tonight we have the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets. Checking out Brooklyn, after 8 games, they're an outstanding 7-1. Things come together for them very quickly here early in the season. Well, it didn't take Hollywood long to find Che. He's already speaking with Maverick Carter about production deals, Jack.
Well, the kid can act. He can act so good. I actually got a role for him in Kazam, too.
What a lucky guy.
Look, I made movies when I played. It did not hamper my dominance one bit.
Hey, look. Everybody's not Jack. Everybody can't do that. I have a production company now. Just letting you know. Smith Entertainment. And I could not have done this.
Beautiful day as it usually is here in Phoenix. Such a dramatic setting here in the Arizona desert. It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here. D8. David, thanks for that report. You're right. Not that many top players stay all 4 years.
You know, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler come to mind. I could see Che having that kind of impact.
Some discussion about shortening the regular season. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you like to see it happen?
I like there's some percolating ideas out there that it might, and the idea of a 70-game season to me, it sounds really healthy. It sounds healthy for the players.
Healthy is a great word to use.
It sounds healthy for the coaching staff. It sounds healthy for the league, and it sounds healthy for the competition that you're going to get. Those 70 games, that would be some elevated play throughout the course of a regular season.
That's a great number. Bridges against Harris. Here's Kennedy. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And watching Che, you can see that he is starting to put in the extra work in the gym. It takes a lot of reps to make it in the NBA, and the results are starting to show.
Well, you said it. It isn't just the skill improvement. Extra workouts go a long way in building camaraderie with the rest of your team. All those things are right in there. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Jared Allen. Johnson right side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Chandler. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Fires from deep. Unable to get that one. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game missing all those chippies. Monty Williams, in his first stint with the Phoenix Suns, was a sought-after hire as a front office personnel member, was with the Spurs before going to Philadelphia, and has been a head coach in the league. Remember his days back in New Orleans with the Pelicans and a young Anthony Davis. So Monty experience is going to bring that to the desert.
Brooklyn trailing. Kennedy is guarded by Johnson. Chandler, the pass to Kennedy. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 7. And that experience you're talking about with Monty Williams, it's why the Suns wanted him.
Well, Monty's experienced in a lot of levels in this league as an assistant coach, as a head coach, being in the front office, part of player development. That's an amazing calming influence for this young Phoenix Suns team to grow with.
Johnson can't get it to go. Gwinnett shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Bridges. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. It's Prince on the wing. Over Johnson. Prince misses. Phoenix has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Yep, that one goes. Bridges has got it all tied up now for the Suns.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Kennedy is guarded by Johnson. It's holding by Diallo.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Jerome, guarded by Kennedy, and the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Carew just checked in for Harris. Johnson finds Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. It's to Diallo. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
In close. Got a hand on it. Bridges against Chandler. Bridges passes to Jerome. Good work there as it goes. Now it's a 4-point Suns lead.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Prince outside. There's the pass to Kennedy. And he uses the glass on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man on his feet and drive right around it.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 2. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this.
Can't wait till I get this song. Here we go now.
One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now
some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
You got Diallo. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Tyler Johnson, and it's Jerome, and it's the point guard. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. And the 6'8" forward Taurean Prince showing continued improvement at the offensive end.
In the system that he played in for the Atlanta Hawks, Taurean Prince was known as a good two-way player. His length and his ability to defend is going to be a great complement to scorers like Kyrie Irving and Spencer Dinwiddie.
And it's good, 2 points.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
The Suns leading. Here's Jerome. No good that time. Prince with the defensive effort. Here's LeVert, and he gets the bucket.
Of all the action happening there, and it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Johnson, the pass to Bridges. Now here's Johnson. He dishes it to Johnson. Passes it to Diallo. Rebounded by the Nets. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
Here's Jerome, defended by Kennedy. Bridges passes to Johnson. Pass to Jerome. A 3. No good there. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Count that bucket.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Olden.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road.
Second left.
Oh, he hits it. Let's do that.
How about that shot? Incredible.
Wow, what a way.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
All right, can't let up. Can't let up. Gotcha. All right, these guys are gonna pounce. All right, I gotta go talk to Coach. All right, do you think?
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns, and the Nets making a change here. There's Dinwiddie. He's got 9. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. No good from Kennedy. And here's Sharge. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Durant. Jordan is out there with Allen. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Kennedy in at the 2 guard.
Well, long legs of Kevin Durant. They're galloping down the lane. I don't know how you catch up there.
Johnson, the pass to Saric. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Booker looking around. That 3 off the mark.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And Brent, for all the success Booker has had as an individual, he's ready to focus on winning.
Well, focus on winning is one thing, but first focus on leadership, as this team has a new coaching staff, an opportunity with a lot of young talent. Devin Booker is the guy a lot of people are looking towards to make sure that Phoenix rises and finds a way into the playoffs.
Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. And then for Brooklyn, Chandler comes in for Jared Allen. And Caruth is subbed in for Durant.
And just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass. Johnson outside. From deep.
Chandler with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Pass to Karuch. The pass to Kennedy. Shoots over Bridges, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Suns have gone somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. Johnson outside. Passes it to Booker. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Booker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You have to be alert if you're guarding Devin Booker. He's terrific at cutting apart the defense with the dribble move.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Johnson, the pass to Šarić. Back to Johnson. Over Jordan. No good off the back of the rim. Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. So for the Suns, Cheick Diallo. He's checked in for commits. And it's Johnson in for Šarić. Prince is checked in for Brooklyn. Caris LeVert comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, Tyler Johnson doing a great job of keeping his focus on the finish. Good job of doing that through contact.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets, and that one falls for Johnson. Kurucs was the 40th pick and wasn't expected to contribute, Greg, in year one, but his strong play as a rookie has helped rescue a Nets team that was teetering on the brink with the loss of Caris LeVert.
You know, they had guys who could shoot, and they had guys who could defend, but no one who could do both. Kurucs can hit open threes, and with that 7'2" wingspan, a factor defensively.
They get it again. Diallo, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking. Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Suns trail by 6. Jerome passes to Diallo. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. Right? And the popcorn. What else, Kevin? Yeah, you get nachos.
Love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
that's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow coat your stomach.
Yep. Was this basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All a part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
Oh, and he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Diallo, the pass to Jerome. With the floater, they get the rebound. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Diallo.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Pass to Prince. Here's Kennedy to the inside, and it's Jordan with the jam.
I love the attitude there of Jordan staying with the shot despite being grabbed.
Well, last season for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense, despite despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
Jerome passes to Johnson. To the left side wing. Here's Jerome. Covered by Kennedy. Jerome. No good. It's on deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Diallo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Jerome passes to Johnson. Nailed from three-point land. Johnson's got 8 here in the quarter.
The great shooters have great preparation, and that time did a great job of having his feet set. Excellent anticipation of the ball also from Tyler Johnson.
Here's Kennedy. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Phoenix has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Fourth, the Suns.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
And the Suns making a change here. Rubio's checked in. Here's Johnson, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
So a guy goes undrafted and then signs a 4-year, $50 million deal. Tyler Johnson has worked very hard for everything that he's gotten.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Murray's checked in for Brooklyn. Got that bucket in no time at all. 28 points for him.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Bridges passes to Johnson. Over Prince. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Johnson.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Outside for Jordan. Johnson against LeVert. Clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Deep 2 from Murray. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
So for the Suns, Sharge checked in for Diallo. Booker comes in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. And the Nets making a change here. Bridges dishes to Johnson. Pass to Kaminsky. For 3, Bridges. The Suns keeping it alive. A new 14. And Sharge kicks to Johnson. Takes the 3. But they get it back.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the one he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Both shots good from the strike. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kennedy. And that one is hammered home.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
three-point range, no good.
Well, the length of Chandler helping defensively that time, great at using it to distract the shooter.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Great win for this team, and you, Che, were able to score at will down the stretch. Why were you able to carry the load tonight?
Well, I just kept finding myself in positions where I could finish a play. A lot of this game is about matchup. The team saw I had some opportunities, and we were able to execute as a group.
Well, you all were playing for each other, and that was evident tonight. Congratulations on the win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
Hey, Jay. Hey. I got a request from Hank and Hornet. You good to go?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Welcome in. You're on with Hank and the Hornet.
Get real or get some.
Yeah. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, I'm good, man.
Awesome. So I want to ask by asking you about your growth as a player. You have come a long way since the beginning of the season. I'm just wondering, who's most responsible for that?
Hey, that's a good question, man. I'm going to have to go with Coach.
Okay, why is that?
Because, man, you know, the level of faith he has in me as a player, it allows me to do my thing.
That's all it takes, faith? Man, I keep believing I'm going to win the lottery, but I am rolling snake eyes, buddy. No dice.
I mean, what else you want me to say?
We don't want you to say anything, Jay. We're just asking questions, man.
It doesn't sound like you're asking a question. Hey, what is that?
Looks like we got some beef brewing!
No, man, look, it's no beef, man. I'm just saying, you know, Coach really helped me out. So, I don't have any beef with you two.
Of course not, Jay. Just ignore him, okay? He's not housebroken.
I got you.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we got with Che. So, Che, thanks so much for joining us. A real pleasure, as always.
Hey, for sure, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Watch what you say, Che.
Come on, what you talking about, man? Man, y'all tripping, man. You right. Okay. I'll take it back next time. Hey, what's up, Levi?
Hey, Che. Hey. The Gatorade reps here. I want to introduce you to her. They're thinking about working you into the fold. We just got to up your profile.
Oh, word. Okay. Hey, anything I should know?
Absolutely. Lesson number 1, be yourself. They love that.
I don't really think that's a lesson.
What would you call it?
More of advice, you know, lessons in one meeting.
All right. Okay, well, thanks for the advice. Reese.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
I want to introduce you to the NBA's next big thing. This is my man, Che.
Hey, what's up?
Nice to meet you. Next big thing.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
So I wanted to talk to you
Before
about...
you get into your thing, and how long did you compete?
Yeah.
Love you for it.
Yeah.
But we're actually in the middle of something.
Oh, do your thing.
So
Sorry to interrupt.
We're going to keep on doing
cool.
this, but we will see you around.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Che.
Yeah, you're in great hands, Che. Levi is my guy.
Yeah. Was that lesson 2 or something?
No. You know, she has to cater to the stars. You understand?
It seemed like a train wreck.
No, it went great. Just get that out of your head. It's perfect. It'll work out.
All right. I trust you.
Why does that sound like a threat?
I trust you, Levi.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, bro.
Have a good trip. See you when you get back.
Let's get this done.
Okay. Reese.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your time.
Are you being facetious?
Very generous.
Okay.
Very generous. Good seeing you.
Love you.